Well, let's get started here, and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 2012 NCAA Club Soccer Showcase, sponsored by the town of Taos here in beautiful Taos, New Mexico. Also, the Taos Sports Alliance, one of the sponsors, and of course, us, TaosSports.com, where you can see this live on this webcast. I'm Rudy Baca, and to my right here, I have Jake Mosman, our sports broadcast team, and of course, we have the New Mexico Lobos, and we have the Air Force Academy here. And it was just a great game. The Lobos came in that final minute or two and scored a goal to win the game. And Jake?
Yeah, it was very, very fun to watch both teams. I know that your conference opponents are very familiar with each other, and it showed in the game today with the tightness of the contest. Eric, can you tell us a little bit about how the game unfolded for you? How did the feel of the game go as it progressed to the end?
Well, I'd say we came out strong in the first 15 minutes, and by the end of the first half, the Lobos they were coming at us pretty hard, but we held off until the second half. And the second half, it was pretty even. You know, we had our chances. We had a goal called back, but this has happened a couple times. It's always a close game. This has happened a couple times that they scored in the last minute of the game. So,
Zane, can you talk a little bit about playing on this particular pitch? We're very proud of it here in Taos, being one of the only 4-star rated FIFA fields in the country, four in the country actually, and to have one in this small community. We're very proud of the facility. Can you speak a little bit about playing on that?
Yeah, it was a great facility. I mean, turf is amazing. Just, I guess, got lucky. It was really, really hot out there. But, I mean, you said it all. It's one of the best turf fields that we've played on. And the ball is actually really true to, like, grass as well, so it was good. It was nice.
Good. And Matt, excuse me for that. Matt, can you tell us what you saw happen in the second half? It seemed to me that you guys were able to turn the game a bit and turn the flow your way. What could you see from your perspective back in the goal as to how all of that happened?
Yeah, so I guess in the first half we came out strong, and then we kind of they started coming at us real hard, and then kind of sat back a little. So the second half we kind of filled them out a little bit, started playing a little bit, got a little more possession in the middle. So, but I mean, still they were coming at us pretty hard. So as you can tell, they got the goal at the end. But I mean, we still played really hard, and we were just able to flow a little bit more. And I feel like that's how it started to even the game out a little bit.
Coach Hill, give us a little bit of update on your season, how it's going thus far, and what you saw in this particular facility. And hopefully you will be back, of course. We want to see you again here on this field. But give us a little bit about your season, how it's progressed, what your record is, those kinds of things. I know the fans want to know that.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the city of Taos and Joe Israel for putting this whole venue together. It's a great site. It's good to get the youth out to see good games, good college games. And we'd love to come back anytime. The food was great, the people were friendly, and thanks for hosting us, first of all. Second, the season. Well, spring you try some things, but you also want to build on what you came off of. We came off a pretty good fall. We were 12-6-1, and unfortunately in the fall, going against New Mexico, we came up short twice. Both games were 1-0, once at our place, once down there. And today was the same result, but the spring was very successful. If I look at positives, we kept the ball out of the net most of the time. Whenever I had my 4 starters and the starting keeper in, they weren't scored on. And you got to experiment a little bit in the spring, give some guys some shots to try. It's not as important as the fall, but you definitely want to build on it. New Mexico is a good side. Whenever we get the opportunity to play a good team like that, we always welcome that challenge, and we'd love to come back down here next year.
Love to have you. Let's move on to the UNM players. Travis Campbell, give us a little bit of your perspective of what you saw out there today. What was the field like for you? I know a lot of you players played here last year. What's the difference if you did play last year as opposed to this year in terms of the weather? It's completely different. Tell us a little bit about that.
This year is a lot hotter than last year. Last year was really windy, if I recall correctly, and that made for a little bit different kind of play in the game last year. This year, you could actually hit a long ball without it kind of taken away by the wind. The turf, it's a lot slower than grass, so when you hit the ball, you have to kind of overhit it, and you top it a lot because the rubbers in the grass or the turf. Other than that, it's a great field. It's soft. It doesn't hurt to slide on or anything like that. So, I mean, it's a perfect facility, big size, great field, and great crowd.
Absolutely. Blake Smith, of course, you today played an excellent game out there today. And what's your perspective on what happened today?
You know, every time we play Air Force, I think that they give us a great game. They're always a tough opponent, and we really love getting to play against them because we know we play them, they're going to fight to the last second. So we know we have to come out just as strong, even if it is trying to score in the last minute of the game. Fortunately, we were able to find that goal today, so it was fun.
I bet it was. And Nick, give your perspective as well.
I thought we played well the whole game. Air Force was a great opponent for 90 minutes today. I thought, you know, kind of like what Travis said, the turf was a lot slower than normal grass, so we had to really overhit those passes. As far as the offensive side of the ball, I really thought we were able to be creative, and we got fortunate with our center midfielder slipping Blake in the final minute to get that goal.
I bet.
Coach Fishbein, can you talk a little bit about how the fall season went for you? I know it was a wonderful season for you, and what your expectations are for next year.
I mean, last fall was great. You know, it's the first time in UNM history, first time in my history that we had an undefeated season. We were 18-0-4 and made it to the third round of the NCAA tournament. But, you know, the season ended last December, and January 17th we started working on next year. So this is part of the process. We're nearing the end of our spring season. The guys will get away a bit for the summer, and then we'll go into preseason in August. But it's been good so far. You know, real happy with the group, gelled together. New leaders have emerged within our team, you know, sense of pride, confidence. So it's exciting. You know, coming here to Taos is always a great thing. For me, you know, for selfish reasons, I love being up here. Spent a lot of time up here this winter. Did a bit of skiing, which is always good. But, you know, the facility's incredible. Joel Israel put together a great event. And it's always a good game playing Air Force. It's a tough one, you know. We play them during the year. I've known Coach Hill, known their former coach. You know, real proud of those guys that, you know, that they represent our country. And it's always an interesting one to play them. And you want to beat them pretty bad, and they're tough, but you realize that's what they're trained for. There's a problem if the Air Force guys are sissies, then we're not looking too good as a country. But those guys are tough as nails. And, you know, I've played against them for 10 years, and there's no quit in them. And we were fortunate today. I thought they looked very good. And we'll get to play them twice next year, and I know it's going to be tough again. So it was a great opponent for us, a great way to kind of assess where we are as a team at this point. I'm sure they feel the same way. I think we're two very strong teams, and we'll both do well next fall. And it was just a perfect day of soccer for everybody, and just can't thank the people at Taos enough, and just for supporting us.
Well, I think you may have won the match, but I think the real winner in this event is the community of Taos, getting the opportunity to see Air Force and the future leaders of our Air Force military participating here for us, and our own homegrown New Mexico Lobos with the number of New Mexico players that you have on your roster. It was a total win for the community of Taos, and we really thank you for that. However, having won the game, you also are the winners of the second annual NCAA Soccer Showcase, and I'd like to present you your trophy.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
And with that, that concludes our post-game interviews, and we want to thank you all for coming out on behalf of the town of Taos, the Taos Sports Alliance. We want to see you all back here next year to play some more soccer. It doesn't get any better than watching all of you play here. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Great job, man. Thanks a lot for playing.
Thank you. Great.
Thanks, Coach Hill, for coming out. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Just safe out there.